Hello everyone, welcome to egate.ai. So today we are formally starting database management system and warehousing, and this is the first theoretical lecture. In first few videos, I'll walk you through some of these terminologies and or taxonomies, and sometimes it might become little theoretical, but I'll try to keep a very much practical approach. But you must understand all these concepts. Okay, so in order to start, actually before I start, I would like to pose a question to check your understanding on this topic. So whether you know the concept of database and database management system, please try to solve this question. A database is the software system used for managing and manipulating structured data, while a DBMS is the collection of interrelated data itself. So tell me whether this statement is true or false. Now, whatever is your answer, just hold it till the end of the video, and then we will solve this question again. Okay. So by definition, database is an organized collection of data. So what do we mean by organized collection? So we have two terms here, that is, one is organized and another one is data. So organized simply tries to categorize that it cannot be a random data. Okay, it has to be organized. Sometimes it is also called meaningful data or related data. Okay, so we can also write, some definition also says related data. So it is basically collection or storage of related data or organized collection of data, right? Now one thing is to understand here that what is this data, right? What is data? So data is basically recorded fact, right? So let's write it down. And what is recorded fact? So recorded fact is basically, you can understand it as meaningful information. Okay, so we write it meaningful information, right? So this is basically your data. Now if we take an example, let's assume that your institution is starting a new library, right? So now you have a librarian, and a librarian needs to manage the information about the books, and that information could be book title. So it can be book title, author, publisher, and category, right? And this is how books informations are stored in this organized manner. Now you can notice that this is a tabular structure your librarian has created, right? And this organized storage of this meaningful information is basically database. So your librarian has done nothing, but he has created a book database. So this is basically your database. Okay. Now let us understand database management system. Database management system is nothing but it's a software. It's a software. Okay, software which helps manage this particular database in a better manner, right? So I would say manage and control. Okay, so a software which provides you a better management and control over the database is database management system. So it's more like you have a library management system. Now this library management system helps you better control or manage the library, right? So it's like that. You can kind of relate and remember it like this. We have various examples of database management systems, like we have open source MySQL. We also have MariaDB, which is open source. And the important thing to understand, or for now to remember, is that this is a relational database. Okay. We also have non-relational database like NoSQL. These are non-relational. So this relational and non-relational are something which we are going to understand in future. So please do not worry about this. I'll cover everything. But for now, you can just remember that MySQL is a relational database, okay, and NoSQL is example of non-relational. Now let us try to solve the question which I asked in the beginning of this lecture. I believe now it should be pretty easy for you, right? So it says database is the software system. So that's where it is incorrect, right? Database is not a software system used for managing and manipulating structured data, while DBMS is the collection of interrelated data itself. So basically this statement has kind of interchanged the meaning, right? So DBMS is the software while database is the collection of interrelated data, right? So obviously the answer would be false. That is, this statement is false, right? Now there are some common functions of database management systems, and I'll just write it down for the sake of completion, but we are going to learn about everything in detail. But yeah, let us just write it down, the functions of database management system. So these are the some major and obvious functions of database management system, because you'd like your database management system to help in storage, right? So to write to the table or however it is storing the information, you should be able to store the information. Similarly, you should be able to retrieve the stored information, right? And it's more like, you have stored, you have retrieved, but you'd like to sometimes update, like let's say you want to update the information about the book being issued. Security is the feature which you would like your database management system to have. Like let's say you should be able to define the users, you should be able to control the user permissions. So these are the things which you'd like to you'd expect, and this is the function of a database management system. Concurrency control is really one of the important aspect, because this is most of the time, or almost always, it is multi-user system where multiple users are supposed to access the database at the same time, right? And that's why it has to be it has to control, or it has to manage the concurrency. And then you would like your database system to be like to be able to back up and recover. So let's say sometimes you would like to, let's say, move the system from one system to another, then you would like to back up your database, and then you would like to restore somewhere else. And in some other cases, like where it is also related to concurrency and conflict. So sometimes conflict occurs, then recovery has to be run, etc. So this is something which is the common function of a database management system. Now, as I said, this is more like an informative lecture, but these all are the building blocks of what we are going to learn in the future. So stick with me. Thank you.